It was Australia's worst massacre since European colonisation. At a popular tourist spot in Tasmania, Michael Bryant shot and killed 35 people in a single day. After the revulsion, the reaction. The government seized the moment to bring in tough new gun control laws. Powerful semi-automatic rifles, like the one the killer had used, were banned for all but the police and professional animal colours. A nationwide registration and licensing scheme came in for all types of gun ownership, and a national buyback scheme began.
The government's offering a really good buyback here. It's a really good value buyback. I've turned mine into a single lens reflex camera with a beautiful zoom lens on it.
Over 700,000 guns were handed in and destroyed within a year. Further gun amnesties followed and collected more still. The impact was dramatic.
In the few years before Port Arthur and at Port Arthur, we had 100 people shot dead in mass shootings here in Australia and 38 gravely injured. After those laws came in, there have been no more mass shootings.
Could something similar happen in the United States? There are key differences. Australia doesn't have the United States' history nor cultural attachment to guns. There is no Australian equivalent of the United States' constitutional right to bear arms. Australia's new gun laws had overwhelming public support, over 80% in favour, and Australia had far fewer guns in the first place. Even the Prime Minister who oversaw the laws won't now offer advice to American policymakers.
As for the policy issues involved, that is for others to comment on at this stage.
Do you think they can learn from what we did here, what you did here?
It is for others to comment on the policy issues at this stage.
Australia still doesn't have the world's toughest gun laws, nor the lowest level of gun crime. There's a gang culture here in Sydney, for example, that regularly sees rival members shot. Even so, the chance of being murdered by a person with a gun in Australia is less than 1/30th of that of the United States, and half of what it was before Australia's gun reform laws. Those are numbers Washington's politicians could consider. Andrew Thomas, Al Jazeera, Sydney.